That's life. That's life. That's what Graham Potter said. That's what Graham Potter said at the end of the match. That's life.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
Ladies and gentlemen, honestly, you know what? This match, Graham Potter really embarrassed himself. Like, there's been matches previously where we haven't been good. Injuries, you can throw many excuses out there. And there's been matches where Graham Potter has embarrassed himself previously, but this one, he has truly embarrassed himself. He has truly embarrassed himself. Like, to all the people that want a project, to all the people that want a process, want to trust their process, want to have a long-term project, you need to ask yourself serious questions. Do you really think Graham Potter is the man to lead this project? Every time I bring up this topic, every time I elaborate or talk about it, people think I'm negative. People think, oh, Miz, it's unfair. It's unfair, this type of pressure you're creating. What pressure, man? Off the back of that first half performance, I really thought I was actually quite excited after the first half. I don't think tactically we did anything supreme. It's really just individuals just taking over. Players like Enzo Fernandez, players like João Felix, we were under control. But those players individually, Enzo Fernandez with that ball, Cesc-esque assist. Wow, I've not seen that level of assist with Chelsea Football Club in so long. I was literally so excited, so excited to see that level of passing. I've been starved of that level of passing for God knows how many seasons. And to finally see that, I was so elated. João Felix with the tap-in. After that, everything started going bizarre. West Ham get an equaliser off the back of Reece James falling asleep. And then I still thought the first half we were under control. We're going to come up second half and we're going to win the match. You'd think your performance should only get better as the game goes on. But nah, second half came. And we were not interested. We were not in it. West Ham were all over us. If anything, West Ham should have won. We are lucky because of that offside goal. I know a lot of people are going to talk about that penalty that we should have got. Of course, it's a talking point. How VAR doesn't... Apparently VAR checked it. After checking, you don't think that's a penalty? Clearly, he puts his hand down to stop the ball. Are you telling me it wasn't done purposely? It's mad. But I'm not going to sit here only talk about that. That second half, what was our plan? What did we talk about at halftime to come out and put that performance? What was said? Can someone please, if there's any footage, please leak it. I beg you. Leak it in social media. What was said at halftime? The gap between defense to midfield to attack was gargantuan. Nothing in sync. There was no plan. We had nothing in regards to how we were going to approach West Ham in the second half. And what's the excuse now? We don't have good players? Mudryk, João Felix, Enzo, Madueke. What's the excuse now? And the substitutions, you want to change a game. You can sense or you can see that it's not working out. You want to change the game. And you bring on Mason Mount and you bring on Gallagher. Why? What has David Datra Fofana done wrong? What has Chukwuemeka done wrong? If anything, every time he's featured, he looked lively. He looked like he was going to do something. What has Chukwuemeka done wrong? Gallagher and Mount again. And these guys, Gallagher, For the little bit of minute that he got, he still stunk. He was still so pathetic. Can't control the ball, can't pass. I'm looking at Mason Mount's stats. This is legit off the back of that match. 22 minutes played. Mason Mount, 0% on his total duels, 0 out of 4. Take-ons attempted, 0 out of 2. Long balls attempted, 0 out of 1. Inside 20 minutes for Chelsea against West Ham. Mount also finished with the game with a 62% pass completion. This guy in 22 minutes self-imploded. Self-destruction. There was a button, it said self-destruct, and he exploded. Havertz, how's Havertz playing 90 minutes, man? That's a joke. Havertz, every opportunity he's offside. Everything offside. Have a look at João Felix's goal. That ball from Enzo Fernandez, what an exquisite pass. Have a look at João Felix. There's no need to be offside. Hold your run. Hold it. Watch where the defensive line is. Havertz, he's not aware. He's not aware of anything. He is not aware of anything. The only good substitution was Chilwell, and that probably should have happened even earlier because Cucurella was the worst performing player in that entire team. Cucurella, I'm worried now, man. What's going on? What's going on? What happened to the Cucurella from Brighton? What happened to the player that I sang for in this channel when we bought, when we stole? Well, I don't know about stealing, but when Man City stopped pursuing this player. What happened? That player I saw in Brighton, oh my God. And it's the same gaffer as well. What's going on? It's Potter. Both these people stinking up the joint. Todd Bowley was in the stadium, along with Lawrence Stewart, our new director. As much as people want to, talk about being patient, this, that, I'm pretty sure the English media will come out tomorrow and say, Potter's not getting sacked anytime soon. The owners are absolutely backing him. These results are not going to bother them. What, you want to spend another 600 million? All that money spent. West Ham 17th. They're fighting for relegation. Fighting to avoid relegation. And in all honesty, they should have won in the second half. They should have won. And it's sad. It really is sad. The caliber of players, Enzo Fernandez in midfield as well. Enzo Fernandez and João Felix were our standout players. Obviously, Thiago Silva in defense. Even Buddy Shield in the second half, there were a couple of shaky moments. Kepa, shaky moments. Kepa with one pass that he gave to Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the first half. Well, I don't know what he was thinking. Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well. What has Ruben Loftus-Cheek provided in this entire match? What has he done? Reece James, still rusty. Reece James falling asleep for that equalizer. That was one lapse of concentration and it's a goal for West Ham. Madueke, some things good, some things not so good. Very raw players still. Some really good moments, some not so good moments. Mudryk, rusty as well. You can see the player hasn't played. And what's with Cucurella not wanting to pass to Mudryk? Every time Cucurella gets the ball, there's a clear pass to Mudryk. Let the man at least get to the ball and see if he can drive in. That's why Mudryk at times came centrally, into central midfield. And there was that lovely pass from Mudryk to set Havertz up for the supposed second goal. But Havertz was offside. His arm. Oh, no need to be offside, Havertz. You can still stay in. It's a lovely ball from Mudryk, but Mudryk rusty. Of course rusty. Passes, mistimed passes, touches, poor at times. But I'm not going to beat up on Madueke and Mudryk because they just recently arrived. I'm going to give them the time. But the players that have been around, Havertz. But do you know what? I don't even blame the players anymore because Graham Potter keeps them on. David Dutra Fofana. How David Dutra Fofana doesn't even get 5 minutes? Havertz played the entire 90 minutes? Why? Chukwuemeka, why is he not coming on? What has these brothers done wrong? Chukwuemeka and David Dutra Fofana. Are they not training well? From the clips that we see, it looks like they are. What's going on? Why are you so reluctant, Graham Potter? Why? Today was mad. Today, I think Graham Potter honestly did embarrass himself. No plan at all, no idea, no plan, no structure, no nothing. Everything was all willy-nilly. It all seemed like he just said to the players, look, you know what you're doing, God, then just do your thing. And then on top of that, Graham Potter comes off the back of that match and he comments like this. It looked at handball. You need things to go in your way. At the moment, they're not. That's life. That's life. That's life. Some of you guys comment and tell me I'm negative. Some of you guys, I see some of these comments. Oh, Miz, you're bringing hate towards Gallagher. What did Gallagher do, man? He's not a Chelsea level player. Full stop. Full stop. He's not a Chelsea level player. All of you guys are very angry today for Potter against Potter, and some of you guys are Potter out. Tomorrow the tune changes. I've seen this. Every game on the game day. Tension. Stress level high. Next day, everyone calm down. Now, everyone, you know what? Now let's give Potter. I want to ask you guys a question and comment this, please. I want to see if you guys can comment on this. If you're Potter out, well, then that is what it is. But people that are Potter in and they want to have a project, that want to have a, trust the process. I want to ask you guys, why Potter? Why Graham Potter? What makes you think he's the guy? Look, my personal opinion, of course, he's done really well at Brighton, but it took him time. For Brighton, I was admiring him because what he was doing at Brighton, but I never said, he should become a Chelsea manager now. Okay, now he's Chelsea manager, no problems, but you can't take the amount of time you took at Brighton because we have far more facilities here. Our owners have literally spent 600 million to assemble a super team. It is a super team. It cannot take 3 years the way he took at Brighton. And you can't come off the back of that match in the press conference and say, that's life. That's life. Apparently, we've won 2 matches in 13. Do you know how many managers would have been sacked by now? 2 wins in 13. Those substitutions today was mad. For me, if we're knocked out from the Champions League, I think he's got to go. I think Graham Potter needs to go. If we're knocked out from the Champions League, that's the only thing that's holding me on this season. Everything else is crap. No expectation in the league. Any thought that if by chance Man United or Newcastle slip up, can we capitalize? Can we hijack those positions? No chance. No chance. Where's the win going to come from, man? Where's the win coming from? We get knocked out by Dortmund in the Champions League. I think Todd Bowley, the ownership, the board, they really need to look hard. They need to look hard and go, are we holding on just for the sake of holding on? We're making so much investments. Is it better to give it to a manager that actually knows what they're doing? The fact that Graham Potter brought in Mount and Gallagher and didn't even give an opportunity to Chukwuemeka and David Dutra Fofana, that is criminal. That is criminal. That is criminal. This game was there for us to win, man. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.